Welcome to this core lecture, where you'll get crystal clear on three key terms you'll hear every day when working with Microsoft Entra ID or any identity platform, such as identity, authentication, and authorization. If you've ever logged into a system, approved a multi-factor prompt, or granted an app access to your data, you've already lived this out. Now, let's make sure you understand it like an identity pro. Your journey into any identity solution begins with one essential question: who are you? That's what identity is all about. It's your digital representation, whether you're a person, a device, an app, or even a service. Think of it as your virtual ID badge, one that tells the system, "This is me." When you use Microsoft Entra ID, your identity could take many forms. You might be a user, like yourself, your team member, or even a guest joining your organization. You might also be representing a workload identity, such as an app or service that needs to connect securely. Or perhaps you're managing a device like a laptop or smartphone that logs into corporate resources. In this ecosystem, your identity is your digital fingerprint, unique, critical, and foundational. Everything else, whether it's access, security, or governance, starts and flows from here. Once your identity is known, the next step is proving it's really you. That's where authentication comes in. You're not just claiming to be someone, you're backing it up with evidence. It's how you say, "Yes, this is me," and the system responds, "Okay, I believe you." In your daily routine, this might mean entering a username and password, confirming a prompt on your phone through multi-factor authentication, MFA, or using biometrics like your fingerprint or face. With Microsoft Entra ID, you have multiple secure options to verify yourself. You might use a simple password with an MFA code from the Authenticator app, rely on certificate-based authentication, or go completely passwordless with technologies like Windows Hello or FIDO2 security keys. Authentication is your digital handshake. It proves you belong, and only then can access be granted. After you've successfully proven who you are through authentication, it's time to answer the next big question: what are you allowed to do? That's the job of authorization. It determines what resources you can access, what actions you can perform, and what level of control you have. Picture this. You've just entered a secure building because your ID and credentials checked out. Great. But now, the system needs to know if you're allowed into the server room, HR files, or finance systems. That's authorization in action. It's not just about getting in, it's about what doors are open to you once you're inside. In Microsoft Entra ID, you manage this through tools like role-based access control, conditional access policies, application permissions and scopes, and group memberships. Each of these determines what access you should have based on your role, risk level, or device. Remember this: authentication gets you through the front door. Authorization decides where you can go once you're in. To truly understand how identity, authentication, and authorization work, think of it like being a student at a university. Your identity is your status as a student. That's who you are. When you walk onto campus and show your student ID card, you're authenticating, proving it's really you. But that doesn't mean you can go everywhere. Authorization determines what you're allowed to access. Maybe you can enter the library, but you can't walk into the restricted research lab without special clearance. Each element, identity, authentication, and authorization, plays a distinct role, but they work hand in hand. Together, they create the foundation for secure, streamlined access in the cloud. When you get this trio right, you reduce risk, enforce control, and make life easier for everyone in your environment, including yourself. So, what's your takeaway? At the heart of every secure access strategy are three essential concepts you need to master. First, identity is all about who you are. Whether you're a user, device, or application, it defines your digital presence. Next comes authentication, which is how you prove that identity. You're not just claiming to be someone, you're showing valid proof, whether that's a password, a biometric scan, or a secure token. Finally, authorization determines what you're actually allowed to do once you're inside. It defines your access rights and ensures you only reach the resources you're meant to. These three pillars, identity, authentication, and authorization, are the foundation of any modern identity and access solution, and you'll see them in action every time you work with Microsoft Entra ID.